guys, it's Janetta aka Jetta and welcome back to my channel. I have recently been seeing a number of videos discussing the apparent lack of diversity and inclusion in the zero waste movement. The most frequent arguments that are made against zero waste and sustainability influencers and YouTubers is that their content often does not take into account the specific needs and challenges of disabled people, poor people, people of color, indigenous communities, and other disadvantaged minorities and groups of people. I will link a few videos in the description box below in case you want to hear more about these aspects. There was one perspective that I still found to be missing in the conversation, and that is the perspective of people like me living in the global south wanting to live more sustainably, hence why I am making this video today. I have to say that the lack of diversity was something that really struck me when I first started my channel, and I looked around in the sustainability space and I hardly saw people of color. Aside from Janelle, whose content I love, and Eco Goddess, who's on Instagram, I hardly saw other women of color who were very active and outspoken in the zero waste movement. So I think that this debate and the conversation that is being had is a very necessary and relevant one. The first point that I want to make relates to the seemingly dominant aesthetic that we see in the zero waste movement. If you Google zero waste or you search for it on YouTube, what you will get, the images that you'll be shown, more or less all look a certain way. You'll see mason jars, you'll see bamboo products, you'll see tote bags, you see thrift hauls, and so on and so forth. Now, for me, living in Ghana and wanting to live more sustainably, it may seem as though I had to have all those products before I could be considered zero waste. Trying to copy that aesthetic without contextualizing it to where I live and my own circumstances would lead me to a number of challenges. And the first of that is the access to popular zero waste products. And by access, I mean both availability and the price of the products. So zero waste products like, the reusable bottles, the tote bags, bamboo products, sustainable laundry detergent, all of those things are either unavailable, very difficult to find, and even if you do find them, you find them in the big supermarkets, which target those with higher incomes, and the price tags are pretty high. I mean, some of these products are already considered expensive abroad, let alone over here, where in some cases they are downright exorbitant. Like a small pack of 7th generation laundry detergent that I found in a store, I looked at the price tag and I put it back immediately because it was way too expensive. I mean, if you think that in 2020, I think the gross national income in Ghana for the year was about $2,200 per head, then you can imagine that, very expensive sustainable products is just out of the realm of possibility for many Ghanaians. And then even if we manage to afford sustainable products that are made of compostable materials, that are made of recyclable materials, you wonder, what is the point if our waste disposal system is inefficient at best and everything that is trash ends up in the same garbage? It does not get separated. It all ends up into just one heap in the landfill. The second viewpoint that I wanted to express is that in our context, some unsustainable products are being used out of sheer necessity. For example, let us take the commonly vilified plastic bottle and how horrible we think it is to buy drinking water in plastic bottles instead of having a reusable bottle that you can refill again and again at a tap or a public fountain, right? I mean, I totally get that. I absolutely hate seeing plastic bottles. However, if you live in a developing country or you have experienced a natural disaster or other extenuating circumstances, water in plastic bottles might be your only option for safe drinking water. In Ghana, only 41% of the population uses safe drinking water services. Most of our drinking water comes in plastic small sachets, which is the cheapest option, or in plastic bottles, or if you have the means to afford it, in 15 to 20 liter refill gallons, but for which you would need a dispenser. So while we're generating massive amounts of plastic waste due to the sachets and the plastic bottles, which are not being properly disposed of and are landing up in our neighborhoods, clogging up our drainage systems, that is just our reality until, we can effect systems change for something more sustainable. Having said that, it is entirely possible to live low waste in Ghana. I made a video some time back on how I'm trying to do this. You can find the link right here. I actually think it is easier for me in a lot of ways to live sustainably over here than it was when I was living in Europe, ranging from the ease of getting repairs, slow fashion, access to fresh foods, and so on. I am also starting to realize that a number of the zero waste practices, like all the ways in which you can recycle water, are actually being practiced over here since ages. I will be covering these and other reasons why I love living in Ghana as a low waster in future videos. So if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do so now. To wrap this video up, yes, the zero waste movement does have ways to go to be more inclusive and to broaden the look of what it means to be sustainable. If you're like me, then your way of living low waste might look like the currently dominant aesthetic of zero waste, but it probably looks very different, and that is okay. It does not make your effort any less important or needed. As Mary Johansson, one of my favorite zero waste YouTubers, says, sustainability is not an aesthetic. And also, it is not a competition. No matter where you are, do what you can, no matter how small it is, and let us advocate for the rest. I hope you liked this video. Please give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.